Yo, what's good? It's Lute. GoldMouf is out now. Make sure you download Dash Radio app.
Boom. All right, everybody. This is your boy Maiwan here at Dash Radio with one of Dreamville's finest, Lute in the motherfucking house. How you
What's
doing,
going
man?
on, bro? I can't call it. How you?
Man, welcome to Dash, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I love the spot, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I love GoldMouf.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I had to make sure I said it right, GoldMouf.
Yeah, it's GoldMouf.
With the F. Did you
With
have to
the F?
think about that, or whether you just knew it was gonna be M-O-U-F?
I didn't have to think much about it. It was just, just a play on words and slang and shit like that.
Well, man, I gotta say, you, Cole, DaBaby have put Charlotte on the fucking map. Like, y'all as a camp have really put the area on the map.
Thank you. We try, or at least I try.
No, you definitely do. You're doing your damn thing, bro. I remember when I first heard the project, Under the Sun hit, and, Cole does his thing.
Of course.
And then at the time, I wasn't as hip on you. Mm-hmm. And you came on there, and I said, excuse you. I actually paused it when you said, wish your homie would, like Liam Neeson. Like, dead ass, I paused it. That, bro. And I said, wait, hold on.
I think that was my, it wasn't a fear of mine, but it was like, I was nervous about being on Under the Sun, because I'm like, yo, you got Cole, you got DaBaby, you got Kendrick on the hook, and then you have this nigga in the middle that nobody knows. Like, I was like, man, I don't know how this track goes.
You understood the assignment, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you delivered.
I just felt like I had to, if I was gonna be on a track with Cole, and if I was gonna be on a track with DaBaby, somewhere in between there, me being in the middle of the verse. Well, I didn't know what part of the song I was gonna be on, but I'm like, I gotta go hard and go home, and I ain't trying to go home.
Yeah, and then shit, Kendrick on the hook.
Yeah, like I had no idea Kendrick was gonna be on the hook though.
Can I ask? I have a theory about that hook that I might be wrong. Was that a leftover track from Kendrick and Cole's work together?
Nah, I don't.
That was some new shit. Like
I can't even like even if that was a like you said like a
not like a
leftover
or
like nah, I don't think that had anything to do with that at all. I think literally Kendrick was either at the sessions or they played Under the Sun, and he really fucked with Under the Sun and wanted to get on there.
That was my like hip hop conspiracy.
Yeah,
I'm the type that like believes.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you ruined my conspiracy.
I wish it would have been a more elaborate thing
I thought
where
you
he
were
was
about
like,
to get something crazy, like
trying to find Easter eggs and GTA and shit.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do right now.
But nah, I don't think that's what that was.
Okay. Well, I do something, Lou. Every single interview I do, I give the artist an album from my collection. I almost gave you P.D. Pablo, The Diary of Whatever, the one that had North Carolina, Come On and Raise Up. But I didn't, because I researched you a little bit. I researched you a lot, actually, all day today, and I saw, I was like, oh, he fucks with one of my favorite albums, and this fits you. Because when I listen to GoldMouf, I feel like GoldMouf is a whole plate of soul food.
Yo, so that's my favorite album, though.
I had a feeling. I wanted to give you Goody
Mob. Oh, man. This for me?
Food. Yeah, it's for you to keep.
Yo, nah.
That's your favorite album
Yeah, this is my favorite album from
Goody Mob. I didn't even
Mob.
know that.
Yeah.
Like, but you could fit, like, your album is soul food. You're speaking of the soul.
But that's who I look up to.
I know, right? Like,
yo, thank you for giving me this, bro. Man. Like, nah, this really means a lot to me, bro. I know people can't see my reaction, but this shit is hard.
We can see it on camera.
For real? Yeah, nah. Thank you, bro. CeeLo is like one of my top.
I can see that. There's a lot of comparisons I can make with how raw your sound is, like as far as you speak on real shit.
Yeah.
And you glide.
Cell Therapy is my shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. That whole album's my shit. My favorite on there is fucking 1 to the 2, the 3, the 4, then Dirty South. Dirty South. I love where he goes. When Dirty Bill Clinton fronted me some weight, told me keep 2, bring him back 8. Yeah, I love that shit. So I had to give that to you because you're a soulful artist. That's why I went back on I was gonna give you P.D. Pablo because North Carolina, right? It just makes sense.
I love P.D. Pablo, but I think this hit way harder for me, man. And it's like this actually means something to me. So
that's why I wanted you to have that.
Damn,
man.
bro.
You know how hard it is to give away your personal Goody Mob soul
but this
food?
is this is your personal shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. That means even more. Bro, I didn't even know it's your personal
yours
shit.
To keep,
damn,
man.
bro. Thank you. I was just talking to somebody earlier today about Outkast. How when you get the albums. Because, I mean, you don't get albums like this no more.
You really don't.
And I had the actual ODB album when it had the food stamp card in it.
Oh, yeah.
I had that. And, but, like, when you open the Outkast albums and it got the naked lady on the CD, man.
I gave an Outkast album to Don P, and he told me about how the album I gave him was the first album he bought, and his mom threw it away because when she opened it, she had saw some tits.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's
though.
in there on that one?
Just the group on it, but man, it's so fire.
When I listen to Revenge of the Dreamers 3, there's actually a crazy comparison to me in that album, like what you guys did in that. None of you guys sound the same. You and Boz, Cole, Ari, none of y'all Kaz, none of y'all sound like each other. But when y'all come on a song, it fits fucking perfectly. When I talked to Boz, he told me that every song on Revenge of the Dreamers was just made organically.
No, it was.
It was like you, Guap Dad.
That was the most organic shit I ever been around. And on top of that, like at that time, I didn't know anybody other than, the Dreamville crew.
Yeah.
The other artists, I didn't know anybody. So you had no choice but to, because I'm a very, very reserved person. I'm laid back. I'm in the cut. But and I was just talking about this like recently, but that changed my life because it allowed me to open up more and to network and actually talk to people and work a room. Because at the Revenge of the Dreamers session, every day the room changed. Like wherever the hip hop room was, or
what do you mean? So you'd have like a hip hop room?
No, it was just like the vibes were different in every room every day. So you might have a vibe here one day, you come back to that same room, it's completely whole different people there.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole nother vibe there. So when you was making this hip hop type shit over here in this room, and you think you about to go back there the next day and make that same shit, you gotta find what that is now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta work the room.
That must have been like Disneyland. The most fun you probably had
it was, because each day, not only was it a different group of people, but it was a different group of celebrities. So you never knew who you was gonna run into, who you was gonna see. When I saw Chris Bosh, he was in there making beats.
I heard that Chris Bosh was in there.
Yeah, man, it was mad people in there. Swish Beats was in there one day.
Damn.
Man, there's so many. Bro.
And it was short, right? It was like 20 days, 30 days or something, right?
It was like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
Yeah.
And y'all made some magic.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, y'all got 20 to 30 artists nominated for Grammys that hadn't been nominated.
Yeah, nah,
I told Boz the first time I met him, the most impressive thing y'all did on there was how many not new, but unappreciated artists like you, Ari, Boz, Guap Dad, Kaz. Everyone got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, Buddy killed it.
Buddy killed that shit, bro.
Buddy was in there killing it.
You got Grammy nominated.
Buddy and Guap was in there really killing shit.
Yeah.
And BJ too.
And you got BJ on your project too. BJ is one of them cats that's I love people like BJ and like you. You guys are yourself. Yeah. I can't say you sound like anybody. It's hard for me to.
I appreciate that because I hear a lot of shit sometimes where I get compared to like a Drake or. I guess it's my voice. I'm like, I can't help
your voice.
I can't help my voice. I can't help how I sound when I'm rapping and shit. But like, and I hear other people, but the people that I hear, I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad at that because the people that they compare me to are like popping.
Yeah. You know, I think who you're messaging wise or kind of what you rap about and the way you approach rap. This might be random. You probably never got this before, but Talib Kweli.
I can see that. I get that. Like Mos Def, Talib.
Yeah, because you're not. Nothing is a facade. I've never heard a Lute song and been like, "That's cap." Everything you talk about.
But you know what? I don't do it on purpose, but I do. I made this pact with myself.
Okay.
And I was like, if I'm gonna make music, who I am on this track, when I go out in public, I have to be that same person to people.
Preach. Yeah.
Because I've met some of my idols in real life and they were like some trash people, like, you know what I'm saying, like really rude, not the same person, and that's like disheartening because it's like, when it's your idols, it's like, damn, like your music got me through a period of time, and now to meet you and you're an actual asshole,
bro, I tell people,
that album don't hit the same for me, and it did so much, you know what I mean? Exactly. And I'm like, yo, I never want to be that to somebody that either appreciates my music or look up to me. So I made a pact like, yo, if you gonna do this music shit, you're gonna have to be as transparent as you can possibly be so that when people see you in person, you are who you say you are. As you are on these tracks, you are in person in real life.
And that's why you're gonna have longevity. You and all of Dreamville.
I appreciate that.
Y'all longevity is gonna be crazy.
But I stand on that. I stand on being who I am on the track and being who I am on the track and being that person in real life. There's no facade, there's no nothing.
It's amazing.
I just make sure that I'm being as transparent and as true to myself, to the music, so that I can be out here in public and be myself.
Exactly, and I think that's what's gonna give you peace up here too. You're
it
never
does
gonna have
though.
to act like nobody.
It does. I don't have to sugarcoat anything. I don't have to hide behind anything, which is really the premises of the album GoldMouf. You know, GoldMouf. I deal with anxiety and depression, and a lot of social anxiety too. So GoldMouf is like me at my highest, when my confidence level is high. And I know, like on social media, I call myself Big Ugly, and that's like my when like my confidence is at its like lowest kind of. You know what I mean? You ever watch Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
So you know how like Buddy Love is to Professor Clump? That's what GoldMouf is to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
like
when I'm like, you know, got a little couple drinks or whatever, and I'm feeling myself, that's GoldMouf for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so dealing with, you said you've dealt with anxiety, and you said social anxiety. Bro, you must have been having dumbass anxiety these past 2 years. Now that, Now that everywhere you go, it's like, yo.
Yeah,
Luke,
I think, and people don't understand, but that's another thing. Like, people don't know that I deal with anxiety. So when they see me in person, and like sometimes I'm very like, again, a little closed off. So I may seem introverted, but I love talking to people.
I see
it's
that.
Just
I'm shocked to hear that you're
But it's just like off initial, like, just people seeing me. Some people look at me and they're like, oh, he's hard to approach. It may look like that in my face or whatever, but that's just my anxiety. Like you know, but I'm a real easy person to talk to.
Absolutely. I'm shocked to hear that you said you're introverted and that you have social anxiety.
Yeah, man, I deal with all kind of anxieties, honestly.
Has that ever impacted you in the studio?
Yeah, studio, performing. I had whole anxiety attacks on stage a few times.
Whoa, what's
Dreamville
that
Fest.
like? Did you have to stop?
No, because the weird thing about my anxiety is when I notice it, especially if I'm performing, where I'm so conscious of my anxiety, I don't want other people to notice that I'm panicking. I push through it. But you will see at Dreamville Fest, like, my hand is like shaking, and I'm holding my hand like this, rapping, or I'm holding the mic like this because my hands are shaking. I can't rap like this or whatever. So anytime where I'm like on stage and I'm doing this, I'm having an anxiety attack, and my hand is like, so I'm trying to keep my hand from shaking.
God bless you for pushing through that.
Yeah, I have to, because like...
Yeah, the people, the fans, they're paying money, they waited all day to come see you. But I've dealt with anxiety attacks, and that's exactly what happens. You start hard to breathe, you can't keep your hands
So I got it tatted. Breathe, on smiley face. These are like affirmations for me, the question mark.
In those like moments. When
I used to perform, every show before I performed, I would get a Sharpie and put a smiley face in the middle of my hand. I would draw a smiley face. So if something went wrong, I would just know to breathe. It's all good. You good. So, or when I have an anxiety attack, so that's why I got the smiley face tatted on my hand. So
now that you're popping, is it happening more or is it happening less?
No, it happens more.
I imagine more.
Yeah, no,
right?
it don't slow up for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to find ways for me, because I know music is something that I want to do, and music is something that I love. So for me, it's just trying to find ways to cope when I am experiencing an anxiety attack, or when I am experiencing anxiety. Just finding ways to cope as this music shit progresses. Just trying to find ways to keep my mental balanced out. And
absolutely, man. Because you're in a great place now.
Thank you.
And you're in a place that, if I'm correct, tell me if I'm wrong, but you manifested this shit. You told people you were gonna work with Cole.
I did. I manifested everything in these songs. Like, most of the time, like when you hear it, by the time you hear it, when I wrote it, none of that shit happened yet.
Wow.
None of that shit happened yet. Even in this album.
Coming from Charlotte, right? Seeing Cole, and Cole had a long career as far as like years of, the off season, doing his first projects, and then becoming an icon, and then going into the label route. So being from Charlotte, when you got the opportunity to work with Cole, was it more of like a dream come true? Like, that must have been like...
I'm not gonna lie, like it would be times where I'd be in the studio with Cole, or we'd be somewhere, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah,
like Cole is sitting right across from me or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Like, how the fuck did I get here? Like,
yeah, surreal.
It's crazy, because like, yes, I knew I wanted to rap, and I've been doing this shit since like 7th grade. but I never saw it at this point. I never saw it here.
Yeah.
I had the vision, but I never saw it being here. So when I be in these being at the Grammys, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
must anxiety through the roof, bro. You must.
I was sitting there watching the Grammys, and while the show was going on, I'm sitting there like, I'm in the fucking Grammys.
Yeah.
I'm at the I have a fucking purple suit on at the Grammys. Like,
nominated.
Me?
You weren't just there, family. Y'all were nominated.
Like me, bro?
Yeah.
I was in Paris. I did a tour with Boss.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at the Eiffel Tower like, yo, I'm from fucking Beatty's Ford, bro. Like, me? How did I get here?
Bro,
I'm in Paris.
That's the craziest part is y'all coming from Charlotte, For you, it's saying Charlotte, right? You're from Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm from Charlotte.
Coming from Charlotte, it's not like y'all. Me coming from LA, I saw Tupac do it. I saw so many people from my area do it. Oh, not Pac. He's not really from LA.
Bro, being from LA, y'all can watch TV and see your fucking neighborhood.
Bro, all you really had was PD Pablo. You remember that? North Carolina, come on and raise up.
I'm not gonna lie, PD Pablo had shit shaking in North Carolina at that time.
Bro, he had me screaming North Carolina.
He was big, but we also had like Little Brother.
Yep.
We had Cole. It was cats coming out of North Carolina, but they weren't like doing things that like Cole and DaBaby doing right now, like going mainstream.
Now, exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. And what's so cool, what's so unique about Under the Sun, you got Cole, who I think in the spectrum of rap is like here, very cautious, very timeless. Then you got DaBaby, who will be timeless, but he's very in the moment, hot punchlines. Mm-hmm. Lute, you're kind of right in the middle. Do you feel like you?
I don't know what category I don't know. I can't call it.
You're almost like a cool mix of the two.
You think so?
Yeah, because you had my favorite punchline of the album. I don't know why.
Damn,
every time I hear "Wish a Homie Would," like Liam Neeson.
That's hilarious.
And then Kendrick on the hook.
Mm-hmm. No, Kendrick being on the hook was
a
fire.
big moment. Have you got to perform that live yet?
Yeah, I performed that live a few times.
Do people know every word?
Every word,
shit,
and it's shocking to me because it's like, it's been a couple of times where I perform some songs, and it'll be fire, but nobody really know the words like that. Mm-hmm. Play Under the Sun, every last word. It just showed me like, yo, like, I don't know, it just gave me a really different perspective of like, it's not that people don't fuck with you, it's just certain songs go harder.
Absolutely, and certain moments need to happen. Mm-hmm. I went to that song for Cole and DaBaby. Mm-hmm. I ended up, like most of us, falling in love with your verse.
I appreciate that though, and a lot of people like, I'm cool with being the subtle guy where it's like, holy shit, didn't know that I needed bruh's music, or oh shit, I wasn't here for him.
Yeah.
But I left with a piece of whatever it is he does.
Absolutely.
I'm totally cool with that because you catch on when you catch on. Yeah. Even with this album, like, it's not gonna be for everybody, and I'm totally cool with that. Like, it's gonna be people that listen to it and be like, nah, this ain't for me. And I'm totally cool with that because I don't make music for everybody. Yeah. I make music for myself in hopes that somebody can relate to it. So if you can't relate to it, I can't knock you for that.
Nah, your music is, that's why I gave you Soul Food.
No, I love this.
Because you music is from your experience.
No, it is.
Very soulful, man.
It's hard for me to, man, when you hear a song of mine, it's literally coming from a place that I've either went through, dealt with, or experienced. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to fabricate my music because it comes from a true place. I'm not one of those artists that write every day or be in the studio every day. I live my life first.
You got to get inspired.
Yeah, I live my life. My bad days become some of my biggest inspirations. You know, that's one of the craziest things in my life. It's like, yo, I could be having a shitty ass day and it's going completely south. But at the end of the day, I look at it like, damn, this is gonna make for a fire song though.
Absolutely, fam.
You know?
Every heartbreak is normally your best songs come from your worst times. Absolutely.
Everything. That's just how that's my creative process. It's just living my life first and then venting into the songs and the music and just hoping that somebody can relate to it. I was watching YouTube reviews of the album, and one of the reviewers is like trying to count the bangers. Yeah. And I'm like, if you starting off by counting the bangers, you're not gonna like the project. You're gonna miss everything. Yeah. Because I didn't make this project off of bangers or radio, singles. Like I didn't do it with the intentions of having bangers and singles. I literally went in the studio and vented over like 2 years.
And that's why I think it sounds so good. And sometimes when I listen to an artist's music, I'm not sold because I'm like, this isn't really who I thought you were. And I listen to the album, GoldMouf, so I'm like, oh shit, this is Lute. Lute's in his bag.
No, I appreciate
really
that.
Caught. And you got some great features on there. You got one of my favorite rappers out right now, West Side Boogie.
Yeah, nah,
How
bro.
did that happen?
I'm a big fan.
I love Boogie.
Somebody on my team reached out and he got back to us and did that.
I didn't think y'all would.
Nah, I really appreciate it because I'm a big Boogie fan. I'm also a big Saba and BJ Chicago Kid fan. So the fact that they were on there was like, yo, I remember talking to BJ like, yo, I'm texting him like, yo, bro, I really appreciate you doing it because it was so last minute. And I was like, yo, I really appreciate you doing this. And he hit me like, nah, bro, I really appreciate you for having me on here or even reaching out for us to even do it.
Yeah.
Cause I was really like, I've been a fan of BJ since I heard him on Dom shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like coldest nigga of all time or something like that. Yeah.
Love, like them old OG Dom.
I was like, yo, this shit. And then he redid a couple of D'Angelo songs.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this shit's hard.
Yeah, BJ has a real unique sound, which is what I
soulful.
love. Yep.
And I hit him. I was like, he's like, so. I think he asked me like how I wanted him to do it. I'm like, bro, I just bring that soul, bro.
Do you? Right?
Yeah, like do your fucking thing. Just bring that soul.
I asked Boz the same thing. I'm gonna ask you. Is there any tracks off of GoldMouf that were from the Revenge of the Dreamers sessions?
Nah.
Nah, he said the same
but
thing.
I will say that. What song is it? It's Myself.
Uh-huh.
That's the oldest song on the project.
Okay.
People think that Myself is new because we just recently released it.
Yeah.
I wrote Myself in 2016, 2017.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's the oldest song on the project.
But wait, none of the tracks were from the Revenge?
Nah, none of the tracks were from the
okay, everything I read online, because that was a big project. What, 18 songs, 27 songs on there? Big project. But
now, don't get me wrong. There's mad songs left still.
That's what I'm saying.
But none of them, they're just all its own thing.
Yo,
but
what do we gotta do to get these records?
Hey man, I don't know,
I'm
man.
about to break into them studios.
You gotta holler at E.
Cole's house.
You gotta holler at E, man.
Feds in Charlotte and say, yo, I think they got some drugs in that studio. We need every hard drive with the password. No, so this was all original material. And I was like, Lute material.
Yep.
Because I asked Boz the same thing. Because to me, like, y'all could probably put out 5 more albums.
We probably could, but I feel like with this, it was really this project for me was personal because I was dealing with depression while I was creating this project.
Wait, talk to me about that. So you were dealing with depression over these past 2 years?
Yeah.
Even in this moment, after the Grammy nods?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. You know, I've always heard that like, you know, it's the classic.
It had nothing to do with the music. It's just my life. You know,
right?
life and shit. Like, you know, I'm a father. I deal with life on a daily basis. Like, that's why when people look at me in certain kind of ways, I'm like, yo, I really appreciate that, but I'm a regular guy.
No, absolutely.
You know, I do regular shit. I remember I was at the gas station and somebody was like, yo, what are you doing here? I'm like, getting gas. I can't get gas. like, I'm a
no, you at
dude.
the Grammys. You should not be
I can't get my own gas.
Yeah.
But no, like, I'm a regular dude, and I deal with regular shit. Like, I ain't gonna say regular shit, but I deal with shit like everybody else.
But I've always been so mind-blown by that because I can't relate. So for me, I've never been nominated for a Grammy. I've never hit Billboard. I've never done a record with Cole, Baby, and Kendrick and outshine them. So I'm gonna say it, you outshined everyone on that song in my opinion.
But you know what's funny? I look at all those accolades differently because though I appreciate it. It was the platinum plaque nomination. Well, not nomination, but I got the platinum plaque for Under the Sun.
Yeah.
And people are looking at it like, oh shit, like you have a platinum plaque. And I'm looking at it like, oh shit, nah, I got something I can hang on the wall with my name on it because I didn't graduate high school. So I don't have, you know, everybody's looking at it like the accolades. I'm looking at it like, nah, like I got some shit with my name on it that I feel proud of. I got something that says that I accomplished something.
Yeah, but you didn't feel like it was a
right. And it has nothing to do with the platinum record, with the border and all that shit, with the frame and everything. It's the fact that I can see my name and I can hang this shit up on my wall and say, hey, look what I accomplished.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the platinum plaque or. Again, like I said, for me, like my accolades, it has nothing to do with the fact that I can put Grammy nominated before my name now or the Grammy nominated. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that shit because I don't see I never saw myself being here. But the things that I appreciate or what I value is a lot different than what people see.
Yeah.
Like I said, like people will value the platinum plaque, but I actually value the fact that I have this thing with my name on it.
That's crazy. I think that's beautiful just to see that you cherish the smaller thing in there where other people, because I get it. It's like everyone's gonna assume, well, bro, you were on Revenge of the, you chilling with Cole. How could you be going through depression? But like, we all deal with it. Doesn't matter what you've done.
What does Cole have to do with me dealing with but no, it's things like that where it's like people look at it like, yo, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, well, what does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with like my day-to-day life? Like like just because I'm hanging, if I was hanging around Cole or because I'm a signed artist, don't mean I don't go through day-to-day life. That doesn't make me exempt from life.
I think from the outside looking in and as fans, we assume that you guys, nothing can upset you guys or make you guys sad, because what we assume is, well, shit, if I would have got Grammy nominated, nothing will make me sad. But
that's what you think. You think that shit till you get there. Yeah. Like, oh, if I had this amount of money, I would be this, I would be that. Then you get that amount of money, and it's like, just like, what's that call song, Love Yours? That shit is factual. If you're not happy with the shit that you have now, when you start getting things, you're not gonna be satisfied, because now you're gonna be looking at like, yo, what else? This is not making me happy, so I must need something else. Like, no, you have to be content and solid with yourself now. You can't wait till you get popping and think that shit's gonna solidify you, because you're gonna lose yourself. You actually gonna be way deeper in the hole than you think you are, thinking that these things that you're chasing is gonna make you a better person or gonna make you happier.
Absolutely.
That's why I tell my friends all the time, like, no, you have to, if you really want this shit or whatever, I'm not even talking about music, I'm talking about shit in life that you want in general. You stick to your craft and you stick to whatever it is that you want, and everything else out of it is gonna come. Whether it's money, all the other shit that you want, it's gonna come, long as you stick to your craft.
Yeah, and stay true to yourself.
Yeah, you have to. Because if not, you're gonna fucking lose, bro. It's so much shit out here that can make you lose yourself.
Yeah.
That if you're not content with you now.
Do you feel like getting GoldMouf together, being able to release the project, have you found yourself? Have you worked yourself out of that funk?
I feel like now, being able to release music or that I have the album out, I can kind of like exhale a little bit.
Okay, good.
But that's just like me talking like musically, like I finally have a body of work out again now, and I can kind of like work the shit and run with it.
But how are you doing up here?
But mentally, I'm still coping, still dealing. I'm still, I'm not as bad off as I was
good.
8 months ago.
Bro, that's crazy.
But
you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Anthony Kiedis. You know Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
I found this out when I was young. You remember that song? I don't ever wanna feel.
Yeah.
He wrote
like
that.
I did that day.
Right? That was their third album. He wrote that song about a day a few years prior where he tried to overdose on heroin. He went under a bridge in downtown LA, shot up heroin, not trying to kill himself, but with the intention of, I might die right now, I don't care.
Damn.
Years later, Rick Rubin is looking through his notes, and Rick Rubin's like, yo, this is impactful. And he's like, I don't want to like sing about that. That was when I was shooting up heroin. Anyway, what blows my mind with that story is, just like you, Red Hot Chili Peppers were 2 albums deep. They were number one.
But you know what's crazy?
You were Grammy nominated.
But you know what's crazy? Yeah. Life happened that same way. I wrote Life because I was dealing with an anxiety attack.
Oh, you meant your song Life. I thought you meant like in general.
No, the song Life. I went through an anxiety attack. I remember we was in Vegas. I wrote Life in Vegas, but I was at home in Charlotte. I went and had an anxiety attack, so I went downtown and just started walking. I had my headphones on. I was listening to like music on shuffle, and some jazz songs came on. And that's why the project is heavily influenced by jazz, because it calmed my anxiety and my everything down. So that's why it's mad. Like the project is super jazzy with the horns and everything.
It is, yeah.
But the sample Life, that actual song came on my shuffle, and it like
shit.
Yes, an actual sample, but that sample came on in my shuffle. And it mellowed me the fuck out. It was almost like I took a CBD or smoke weed, because I don't smoke or anything.
You don't smoke?
Nah, but that shit.
Bro, this is why you got anxiety.
But this shit balanced me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, Life happened the same way. I was going through an anxiety attack. But so, long story short, I recorded Life in the studio, and my manager's like, "Yo, this needs to be a single." I'm like, "No, it's too too soul. Mind you, this is the middle of the pandemic. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I feel exposed. Like, so life was the start of me opening up and being vulnerable with the rest of the music that I was creating and just venting.
That's amazing, man. Because as you mentioned earlier in this interview, you're most of us are actually more inspired by our downfalls, by the rock bottoms, and that was like not a rock bottom, but that was a low point in your life that led to such a beautiful thing. It led to you discovering the life sample, you know, getting into that mind state, and then the sound on GoldMouf.
Yeah, nah. So I was kind of like trying to basically what helped me with my anxiety to I was trying to like it inspired me to put all that shit in there, and maybe it helped somebody else. So that's why when I see the comments like, yo, I appreciate this album, or I needed this, like when I was listening to, you know, that jazz, that shit really helped me out and mellowed me out. So I was like, man, I hope this could help somebody. But not to cut you off or backtrack, reason why I don't smoke weed, it doesn't help me.
Okay, I was gonna wonder if you tried.
I've tried. It's not that I don't smoke weed. I've smoked weed, but it doesn't help me at all.
Got it. Because that shit helps my anxiety.
Yeah.
When I smoke, anxiety is completely gone.
I feel like weed is like, it works, but it works way crazier for other people.
It depends, because I'm from LA. We've always been smoking very high grade weed. I'm just talking about like mids and the gas. I'm talking about high percentage. Right. Like very high concentrated. So coming from Charlotte and being that you're in these rapper camps, your body just probably ain't ready for fucking triple OG King Louis the third, the fifth.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about. Now I drink.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't.
What do you drink? What's your drink of choice?
Jameson.
I like that.
Jameson.
I'm a tequila guy.
And I went somewhere and they gave me this shit called Red Breast. Yeah, that shit's fire too. Okay. Smooth as hell. Almost like drinking juice.
Red Breast?
Yeah, Red Breast.
Okay, I never heard of that.
I remember it because it had breast in it.
What do you mean it had? Oh, breast in the word.
Yeah, the word.
I thought
breast.
You meant it had
like,
breast
I'm like, yo, I'm definitely gonna remember that. Red Breast? Yeah,
absolutely.
But that shit was fire.
Hey, good to know.
But no, it didn't have breast in it.
So next time I bring Lute some alcohol.
No, for sure. I'll take a shot with you.
Hey, all right.
I got a shot of Jameson right now.
Hey, we'll do it.
I got Jameson in my book bag.
Hey, he got Jameson in the book bag. I fuck with that.
I'm not an alcoholic though.
No, yeah, we had to clarify that. Well, Lou, I gotta say, man, I'm wildly impressed that you're able to maneuver through this kind of an industry dealing with anxiety.
I have to. It ain't even just me dealing with music. It's like I have to get up. I have to keep my feet moving. If not, I can't sit and dwell on this shit because I'm not gonna make no progress.
Yeah.
So I had to find ways, and it's days where like, and even as men, you know. And there's so many other underlying things, but as men, it's hard for us to say that we're not okay. Yeah, some days because everybody depends on us, and everybody is like either looking up to us or depending on us to be and be strong and do shit. So we have to mask the days that we're not okay. Yeah. But it's okay to say, like, the day that I told myself out loud that I'm not okay was the start of me figuring this shit out.
Accepting is the first step.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm not okay. Like, I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Your vulnerability, I appreciate it. I want to throw this out there that I, as a fan, and now that I've heard your story, I appreciate you enduring this, because at any point, the easiest way out is not. I'm not saying like anything crazy. I'm saying the easiest way out is to stop making music. Just say fuck the limelight. Right. Fuck y'all. I don't like fuck all the Lute fans. Y'all don't realize what I'm going through. Right. Suck my dick. I'm not dropping anymore. So fans, what we gotta understand is, for you to continue this journey, it's only more anxiety on the plate, more pressure. So
it don't stop. It doesn't stop just because you are accomplishing shit. It actually, just like Biggie said, more money, more problems, bro. Literally like that. You know, and shit's not gonna just erase because you're doing shit. Like
absolutely, bro.
You just gotta know how to manage it, and you gotta be strong enough to keep going. And even on the days that you're not strong enough to keep going, at some point, get up.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, I think your music is gonna be just like that jazz music helped you find that moment, that peace. I think GoldMouf and Lute in general, your music and your journey, I think you're gonna provide that same kind of tranquility for others.
Damn, man, that means a lot to me.
That's
though.
The beauty of it, man. It comes full fucking circle. You know, so Lute, man, GoldMouf is out now. Project's incredible.
Thank you.
It fits with the rest of everything I've been hearing from Dreamville. But you also have your own identity, which I think is really dope.
I appreciate that.
You did something that I think is one of the, like, if you were to tell me, hey, there's a record coming out. It has J. Cole on it. It has DaBaby on it. It has Kendrick on the hook, and it got a lesser known artist named Lute. I would have been like, why would they have Lute on there? And then when you hear the song,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Had you told me that a couple weeks prior to it happening, like, yo, you're gonna do a song with Cole, DaBaby, and Kendrick's gonna be on it, and it's gonna be the beginning track of the album.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Grammy nominated. I would have been like, shut the fuck up.
But then the next step, imagine if we're both in this room and that person goes, oh yeah, by the way, Lute's verse is gonna stand out. Flyer, like this is the verse people are gonna talk about on the project. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing about life. Like, you don't expect it. You envision it, you dream it, but when it actually happening,
mind blowing.
It's like, wow, like I saw it, but I didn't see this.
Well, keep on your journey, man.
Thank you, bro.
There's more to come, and I'm gonna end this with this. Your music, part of the reason I gave you Goody Mob Soul Food.
I don't think you understand, man.
Look, here's what I do know. Your music is soul food, and when we were kids, we hated veggies, right? We hated all the real food. We wanted the candy. We wanted the pop. We wanted the Billboard hits. Your music's a little different, fam. Your music's gonna take longer for fans to resonate with it. But your music is the kind of music that's gonna change lives, that people will listen to for the rest of their life. So no matter what the critics say, no matter what Billboard tell you, no matter what numbers say, bro, you are on the right path.
Thank you, bro.
Tell you that. You are a once in a lifetime artist, man.
Thank you.
I'm excited. I'm glad I got to chop it up with you.
Nah, for real. I'm just as excited, bro. I really appreciate this. This means a lot to me.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I picked that and not Petey. I got Petey Pablo upstairs, and I was like, nah, I'm going to give him this
It's
one.
so fire to me, bro.
Hey, man. Shout out to Goody Mob, Organized Noise. Most importantly, shout out to you, Lute.
Shout
out to Boz, Cole, the whole family. Yeah, man. Everybody go check out GoldMouf's out now. And where can we find you on socials?
It's Lute_West9, the number 9. Okay. And that's on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Lute_West9. Yep. Perfect, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, man, this is Dash Radio. We're out.
Yeah.